It's actually time to decide to put your feelings first. That's the first thing, to put your feelings first. And that means to literally listen to your feelings and see what they tell you and what you sense from them.
Good morning, my friend, and welcome now to Monday. Well, today we begin a 30-day makeover of reality, aka we call it Virgo. And Sensei says because Jupiter is in Virgo, this year you're going to want to remodel everything in the house. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Monday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste today, an amazing way to begin your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I call myself the Sensei to Serious Joy because I'm a veteran astrologer and a psychic of 20 years, and I'm dedicated to helping people come into their heart. Namaste, my friend, and welcome back from the weekend. Well, today we are starting a new sign, Virgo consciousness. And Virgo is how it all turns out. Virgo is step 11 in my step astrology system. It is the final step and is the most detailed and anal retentive part of our journey. It really is. And this year, we're going to make over everything because Jupiter is exiting Virgo after a whole year. And funny thing about Virgo, it all kind of comes together at the end. So I don't really think we've really felt our Jupiter yet. So we're going to talk about what to expect in this transit. But first, let's take a look at today's zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast. Tomorrow I'm predicting to be sunny and blooming bright. Wednesday, sunny and quite passionate on Earth. But Thursday will be cloudy with a chance of some cattiness. Meow. But today I predict sunny and still. In fact, today we're caught in the vortex of transition. Now, the Great Human Walk has reached Step 0 Virgo today. That means the ruling channel is Channel 0, I protect. And that means the ruling planet is Pluto retrograde. Now, today's emotional focus will be strong and rather stable. We're going to be in the late degrees, Act 3 of the Moon in Aries, and by tonight, Moon in Taurus. And our mental focus is really committing to the big picture today. Mercury is already at step 26, and it's conjuncting Jupiter. So that means our mind might be getting blown with some details. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to help you with. Today, as Virgo opens, I'm predicting you're going to feel behind. That's just a typical Virgo sort of trait. And we'll talk about some tips for how to keep your focus on the right detail. But first, grab yourself some tea, and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is what matters turns into matter. And this comes from actually Conversations with God, a book I read, but also comes from my own personal study of manifestation. And I can go into so many different directions with this. I'll first just kind of, say from the book of Conversations with God, God basically says in the book that what you take time and space and make matter in your life, like if you make this matter, it will turn into realities that make more of that, right? So if you, spend all your time worrying about something, you will literally turn it into a reason to worry. And people have discovered this, right? And people are afraid of spending too much time thinking about negativity. And so we go back and forth and we know this. But, on a deeper level, this is what I teach as Sensei. And this is, I think, the essence of Virgo. Now, in my perspective of the step astrology, what I discovered was Leos are step 1, I love. And Virgos are step 11, I become. All right. But really, if you know numerology, 11 is 1 and 1, which makes a 2. All right. So technically, if you think about it, a Leo is step 1, and a Virgo is 2 Leos. 2 Leos in 1. And that to me describes Virgos 100%. They have twice the appetite of a Leo. They feel twice as like ready to go after what their heart wants, right? And they really pretty much always want two things at once, and they're not even quite sure what to go after. And that's the frenzy, and they're very aware of all of it, right? So literally what this shows me is, what matters is love, right? What we love, step 1, is what matters. And what matters is what turns into matter. When you love something and love it more, it becomes an earth sign, becomes Virgo, it becomes reality. So reality is basically based on what we put our heart into. Now, I've noticed this in so many ways in my life. Like, for instance, I've always noticed, for instance, like when my brothers would sneak out or do stuff. I was just visiting with my family recently. We were kind of recollecting on my brothers and how they used to sneak out all the time. It's like if mom was up worrying about them, okay, nothing happened to the boys. They got home, they got caught or whatever, and nothing happened. If mom was asleep and she wasn't up worrying, okay, then the police caught him or a neighbor or something else. They got in trouble. So literally, it sounds kind of backwards, but mom not wanting anything bad to happen is what became reality when there was a conscious focus of nothing bad to happen. And as soon as mom wasn't, then things happened. You know what I mean? So the moral of this story has to do with Virgo, and it has to do with the fact that we are now about to create tremendous reality in the next 30 days. I mean, compounded, really growing stuff fast. And because Jupiter is there and it's going to move into Libra, this is a time where everything is amplified. To some degree, you've been working for a full year on changing your reality, and so you're seeing a full year of effort coming in as a harvest now. And so we're going to see this full kind of year of harvest coming in. But then at the same time, it's the sun in Virgo, Jupiter's in Virgo, and it's now time to cash in on that, but also build new things. So we're still building profoundly. Now, there's so many options. I always tell my clients that when Jupiter's in your sign, be prepared for everything to grow. And that's true. By everything, I mean everything that's good for you and everything that's not good for you. All right? This is a time where whatever you make matter will definitely become profound matter. I think very quickly. You'll see people show up, events show up. So this is a time to absolutely manifest, but it's also a time to be extremely focused, and that's even something that Virgos have a hard time actually doing. I mean, yes, they can focus on stuff, but they in their life don't know what to focus on. Okay? And here's what it is. Focus on what matters. For the next 30 days, focus on what your heart cares about most. Something that your heart loves and loves some more is worth your time and attention. If your heart just loves it, maybe you should put it down for now because everything else is going to grow anyways. All right. So good luck with that. What matters is what turns into matter. I'm going to read those books again. And I'm going to take a sip of my tea and channel for you now what I call the Megascope, which is me channeling from my guides some advice for you as we start off this transit in Virgo. Okay, so actually, Spirit is very clear today. Today, step 0 rules the day, which is I protect. And in essence, it's very important for the next 30 days that you protect your time with Spirit. And the reason why is because Spirit is the opposite of reality. And reality is about to grow and reality is about to change. And when reality gets, overwhelming with detail and we find ourselves drowning in what seems to be corners or traps or things that we can't get out of, it's our spiritual self that gets us out of there. It's our spiritual self that goes, none of this matters. The only thing that matters is my happy soul, my happy spirit. And it's that detachment from reality and going into spirit that actually gives you just a tiny little fraction of a new perspective that you need it. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. So it's super important to protect a little moment with your spirit every day and to hold space for your spirit every day for the next 30 days. That's what Spirit wants you to know. All right. That said, I actually have some practical ways to help you with your way, and this is how to decide what matters. Mercury is conjuncting Jupiter today, so we are coming to a head in our minds about what really matters and what doesn't. I know we're in the beginning of Virgo, but ironically, we're already thinking about the end of Virgo, and that's so Virgo. If you know Virgo, they're thinking about how it's going to turn out before they even get started. So we're kind of in that place, and here are some tips to figure out what matters. Step 1. What does it feel like? In other words, what do you want your life to feel like? To feel like, not the details. How do you want it to feel? That is key to making everything work in the end, knowing the feeling you're going for. Step 2. What can you open up to that you haven't? All right, so I know there's going to be a lot of options, but actually, what haven't you looked at? There's still lots to look at. And step 3. What are you willing to give up? All right, and that's very, very important to know. You should know going in what you want to get rid of always. That's a master step 8 kind of plan. All right, friends. For those who are watching over my personal Sensei service, today in your Daily Zen, I'm going to help you with sorting through the Virgo details. My tips and tricks to how to sort through details, whether you're a Virgo or not, because we're all going to have a ton of them flood in. And in your eye candy at 3 o'clock, I'm going to point out what part of your life is about to grow like a weed. And I mean like a weed. This is going to be a very, very lucrative Virgo transit, I think, for everyone, even though it won't feel so much. And for everyone else, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. I thank you ahead of time. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at CWateki. And if you'd like to come down to and learn more about the bright star that you really are, come on down to SeriousJoy.tv. That's our community of light, shining bright for you to navigate in your on your ways. Also, I was just going to say, as a little putting it out there, give a Virgo a gift they would never give themselves. A birthday call. I do birthday calls, and Virgos never give themselves, give myself as a gift to them. So if you know a Virgo and you want to do something nice for them, I make a perfect little gift. You find out more at SeriousJoy.tv. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Welcome to Virgo. Try not to let things get on your shoulder, and I'll see you in 24 hours with more. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.